screen play. Johnson. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. On 4th down, the Lions trot out their new punter for 2020, Jack Fox. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins will set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Open man is Antonio Gandy Golden. And down he'll go at the 25. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They give it to Peterson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Big chain, name, how about your respect? Get it more than when I get expected at the back. In fact, he's 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Looking deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. They run. Peterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Now a give to Peterson running left. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now Stafford. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Washington 0. Matt Prater to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll hand it down to Geis, and he'll lose lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, it's Haskins. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Washington first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jamie Collins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Taken down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And does Washington have what they do?
Really went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Tackle made.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. A toss right to Geis. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken the lead.
Dustin Hopkins.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the one-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a run with Geis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Haskins. He gets it in the hands of Geis. That catch good for only a couple.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gandy Golden, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's a gain of
all defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. Final play of the half, it's Haskins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 27, Haskins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. From the gun, Haskins. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
It's a 45-yard run, 6 yards on the return. And the Lions will take over
at their own 38-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the 2nd half, Job number one was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
On the coverage.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They're going to run across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was a beautiful executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well. And they pick up big yardage.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Stafford on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Our second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From midfield now, Haskins escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Haskins on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Geis. They'll get him to the ground at at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Geis, the Washington ball.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jamie Collins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Second down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Washington on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Now Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Man open down the middle of the field. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up second down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. And this is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Haskins going to throw again. Connects here with the tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Haskins back to the air. Flush to his right. Fading for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, and into the end zone. A scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.
Matt Prater lining up for the point after.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He is smothered behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. You can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down. Here's a screen to Powell, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Throwing is Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw. Scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Stafford now to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. He's back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they roll it here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
1 apiece. At Prater to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay?
He's got a man complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he stopped immediately there. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now is Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
1st down, Washington.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Haskins to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Away and incomplete. It's third down. And
So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
today's finals, Washington 24.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin.